Hey everybody, GReimer here, coming at you once again from the Lost Isle Zoo, here on the ZAWA Together server. Hopefully you guys are all having a wonderful day. I'm having a pretty good one. You are looking at a video that I am recording on my brand spanking new setup, alright? Well, not brand spanking new. We kind of cannibalized the previous computer that I was using, and we added a bunch of new parts and it made a little Frankenstein thing. The thing is souped up though, we did some pretty good upgrades to it, so hopefully that gets rid of all of the random crashing that I was having with my, the computer just randomly shutting off. Yeah, I think it was the motherboard. Not gonna lie. I'm pretty sure it's the motherboard. But we're gonna find out today because I'm gonna be trying to record an episode. So hopefully everything works out good. I'm gonna try to do it the old-fashioned way. Might even throw in a time-lapse in here and everything. It's gonna be a lot of fun. All right, so we're gonna get right back into it. Now, last week we did this thing. Okay, we did the panda exhibit, and you guys, we only have one panda. So you guys gave a lot of names for that panda. A lot of you kept saying we should name him Poe, which I think I said in the episode that we probably shouldn't name him Poe because that's kind of too on the nose, too easy. So we're going to go on to something else. Actually, there was one person out there who had a fantastic suggestion, and so I did actually narrow it down to one name that we're going to name the panda. But we got to go get that little black and white, well, not so little black and white bear. All right, from Cinnamon. Which one is it in? Oh yeah, he gave me those orangutans earlier. I'm going to have to find the place for that. He also gave me this Indian Gharial. I'm going to be real with you guys. That's what we're going to be building today. I want to build an exhibit for this guy. I only have one, though. So, once again, get your thinking caps on, because we are going to need a name for a Gharial, or Gharial, or however we say that. I'm not too sure. You know, I think it's Gharial, actually. But I could be completely wrong. Okay, but I want to give a big shout out to 2C's out there because 2C's suggested that we name the panda Sugar, okay? Now, the reason why is because Cinnamon gave it to me. So Cinnamon and Sugar go well together, so we're going to name the panda Sugar. Now, I have absolutely no idea if pandas are going to be crabby at me after I release them from this tiny little butterfly net, or if they are going to be liking me or not. I don't really know. I'm giving the panda a really nice home, so hopefully the panda likes me. All right, let's just slap it down right here. Boink, there we go. We got a panda. Nice, and we're gonna name this one. It's named Period at the moment, but we're gonna name this Sugar. There we go. Welcome to the Lost Isles, Sugar. Yeah, let's see. Let's get a little info on you. You are a male. You like yellow bamboo. There is some in here. Hopefully, you might actually eat it. I'm not gonna lie. You might actually eat this stuff. Plant eater who survives on low nutrients. Bamboo. Okay, well, it's growing in here. So if I look back in here and see that all of the bamboo is missing, well, I know who did that. And if you end up doing that, then I guess I'll have to get creative. Now, I don't actually have the vanilla bamboo in here, but I have the other two types in here. Mainly because I just haven't found the vanilla bamboo, but I have the other two types in here. But hopefully you enjoy your time here, Sugar. You're the only one here. Maybe I'll find another one of you later on, and we'll give you some company. But for right now, this is just all you, buddy. This guy makes the cutest little noises. Okay, anyway, sorry. What are we doing today? The Gharial exhibit, okay? Gharial? I don't know how to say it. Comment section, please correct me. Oh, hey, Dinnerbone, hanging out upside down there. All right, so we have to get to work on building an exhibit today. But which exhibit are we going to build? The Gharial exhibit. I'm going to go with Gharial, just because. I don't actually have this one planned in the map for the zoo, so we're going to have to squeeze this in here somewhere, similar to the panda exhibit. So we have a lot of extra space here. We also have this lava pool right here. I could probably fit it in somewhere in either one of these, but I think I'm going to go with maybe along the water right here. That would probably be a good idea. Let's see. Oh, it's getting nighttime. Creepers be creeping and all. I think it's going to fit nicely. The big leg spike. Let's get over here and see what we're dealing with. I'll have to take down this little hill right here. But yeah, what if we put it like right here, right on the edge? Because then the pathway leading down here can go past it. We'll still have room over there for where that other dinner bone is to put another exhibit if we need to. I'm starting to smash things in here. Like I said, I was not going to do that earlier in the season, and now I'm just like, yeah, let's just throw it all in there. Okay, so I need to sleep because creepers be creeping. That sunset looks amazing with the shader pack. But I need to sleep because creepers be creeping, and then I'm going to start digging. And I think now that my computer's fixed, I can actually go into a genuine time-lapse to do this. It's going to be great.
Inside lane, missing exits, glued to the pavement. Between the lines, I'll keep my gaze straight ahead as the last stop flies by. No more waiting. waiting for the gun to fire. No more walking through revolving doors. I've gone around once, and I don't need to go around anymore. Break away, forget your sober case. Stop dwelling on empty words. Stop stalling in the doorway and cancel the cruise control. Switch it in the manual. Don't you wanna feel right? Setbacks, you can't win them all, but I'm proud I tried. I'm glad we had a dialogue. It's good to shape the mind. Speeding up the pace, turning up the heat. Where I need to be for the first time. I'm taking risks, I'm casting off without a lifeline. Break away, forget your sober case. Stop dwelling on empty words. Stop stalling in the doorway and cancel the cruise control. Switch it in the manual. Don't you wanna feel right again? Don't you wanna feel whole? Don't you wanna feel?
Ah, there we go. Feels good to be able to do time-lapse again without the computer completely shutting down. All right, so there we go. We got this basic shape of the exhibit laid out here. Now, what I'm planning on is doing a river, a big wide river actually cutting through this. In fact, I might even widen this out just a little bit more, cutting through this here to give the Gharial plenty of space to swim around. Now, I actually only have one, but if I can acquire another one, I'll throw it in here, similar to the panda. This was, after all, just a gift to me. I didn't have one of these things beforehand. However, I have built Gharial exhibits before in the past, twice actually, and I know that they usually live kind of along the edges of like a river. A lot of the pictures I see of where they live or reside is kind of like a clay shoreline or sandy or clay shoreline. So with like some kind of like dead looking bushes or shrubs kind of nearby it. So we're going to go with that. So it's going to take a lot of sand. I'm going to definitely need to be taking a nap here too pretty soon. But it's going to take a lot of sand. I'm going to put all that down. I'm basically going to cover this entire thing with sand. Even the river, well, yeah, maybe even the riverbed. And then we'll go from there. There we go. All right, I've got all the sand put down, and it definitely makes this place look like a desert. Now, I'm going to try to change that up a little bit so it doesn't look so much like a desert. It looks more like kind of like a riverbed that is near a desert, if that makes any sense. I'm going to have to change up some of the blocks, obviously, so it's not just all sand, because that is boring. And I think maybe we'll start with the simple one. We'll start with the ones... I was going to say we're going to start with the ones in the river, but that's not actually the simple ones. We'll start with the ones on the land first. I'm thinking probably going to go with the farther away it gets from the shoreline. I'm thinking we're going to incorporate a little bit of coarse dirt into that. But near the shoreline, I want to keep it mainly sand. And I actually think that I dug up a couple bits of sand or of limestone right here. And I'm thinking, hold on, let's just kind of pop that out right there. And well, let's just dot that in the, yeah. Okay, now that is a very subtle difference. In fact, you can kind of see it better in the shade. But that is a very subtle difference. But I think I might sprinkle a little bit of that in there too. And see if I have any similar blocks that can kind of match with that. Obviously sandstone. I can actually do like little sandstone piles along this, which I think might look pretty good. And then we're going to add some vegetation, like I said, a little bit farther away from the shoreline itself. Just like back here, we're going to start adding in a little bit more vegetation. Some bushes that look a little scraggly and whatnot. But coarse dirt, the farther away from the shoreline for sure. I'm probably going to do the riverbed a little bit differently than just sand. So we're going to probably throw in some coarse dirt in there, along with some gravel. And that might be about it. But I'm going to go grab some limestone too, because I think that looks really good when it mixes in there. You probably, on YouTube, it probably doesn't, it probably looks the same. But I think it looks pretty good. And yeah, let me just go grab some of these supplies and start putting them down. Okay, so quick little update right away. I got the limestone put in, and while it's still, you can see the light just kind of creeping over here. Well, it's still shadowy over here. You can actually see it kind of well, I think. I don't know how it shows up on YouTube. But once the sun hits it over here with the shader pack, basically blurs everything out. Like, it just, yeah, you can't tell the difference at all. But the limestone is put in. Next, we're going to be moving on to the coarse dirt. Now, up here, we're going to be putting in coarse dirt a little bit more heavily, and we might even sprinkle in a little bit of grass in here as well. And then as it bleeds down into like the shoreline here, it's going to kind of fade out. So a little block swapping later, and we got the coarse dirt put in as well as the grass blocks that I was talking about. Went ahead and added some path blocks in too, not too many of them, just because I think the yellow on top of it really blends in with the sand pretty well. And then we also have the coarse dirt sprinkling on in down into where the shoreline is, or the riverbed is, or the river edge is. Yeah, the river edge. That's the word. All right, so now it's time to actually work on the bottom of the river, though. We're going to have to go ahead and swap out quite a few of these blocks for coarse dirt, I'm thinking, on a lot of them, as well as gravel on another big chunk of them, too. We're going to do the whole thing. So we got sand, coarse dirt, and gravel for the riverbed. I think that looks pretty good. There is the occasional piece of limestone down here as well. So it's kind of bleeding over from the shoreline. Okay, so now we can probably go ahead and fill that with water. I don't think we really need that to be out there anymore, or exposed anymore. We can fill this in. Looks like the sun is once again setting. Boy, creepers be creeping, don't they? It's amazing how time goes by so fast while you're building on here. Hey, look at that. Tinnikin just showed up. All right, so we got a Tinnikin on the server. Let's give her a solid wave. In case you guys haven't seen it, and I'll link it somewhere in like the top right of the screen right now, go check out Tinnikin Zoo that she built on the Omega server. That thing was phenomenal. It's like an abandoned city. It was awesome. She was kind enough to let me tour it. It was pretty sweet, and I'd highly recommend checking it out. She's very good at the urban building. So yeah, go look. I'm more of a woodlandy, naturey kind of guy, but she is definitely very good at the urban stuff. I'm excited to see what she builds here on this server. With the water put in place, we can now move on to the vegetation. And actually, hold on, wait, I lied to you. I just lied to you. We're going to actually still work on a little bit of the landscape here. Because we can waterlog blocks now, I can actually do things like that in the river here and make it look really cool. So I think I'm going to add these in occasionally, just kind of make the riverbed kind of seem a little bit more seamless going into the water. Small little detail, I know, but I kind of think it's going to look good. Okay, there we go. Added those in. Small detail. I know I also added them in on these little 1 block increase in height right here areas like that. Bam. You know, just a couple little extra details there. And I was thinking about kind of slapping down a couple of like slabs of it kind of along the shoreline too in a couple places. Not many of them. These are just sandstone slabs after all. So it's just something to kind of give the beach a little bit of texture, you know. Yeah, I think just, yeah, we can do just those 3. I think that's good enough. Good enough. All right, let's put those blocks away. Let's get a little room in our inventory here by just dropping whatever we can into the ground backpack here. Just be gone, all you blocks. All right, so let's grab the plants backpack here. Okay, so I'm thinking dead bushes are going to be a must. I did get a couple more of those recently. We can actually probably put a couple of cattails in here too along the shoreline actually, as well as some desert grass. I think it'll look pretty good. Johnson's grass always just kind of goes in everywhere. We don't really need anything like deserts or something, but I think these agavoid plants go on sand also, so that should work out just fine. I'm thinking that might be... Let's start with that, and we'll see what kind of mess we can make. Okay, so dead bushes, okay? These things can go on the coarse dirt as well as the sand, so we can go ahead and sprinkle these in. I don't want to make it look like this place is totally dead, though, so just gonna kind of take it easy on this stuff, actually. Not go too crazy on it, just the occasional dead bush here or there. That might be about it, actually. I don't really want to go too much more than that. Yeah, that's probably pretty good. Like I said, don't want to make it look like this whole place is dead. Now let's focus a little bit on the actual shoreline itself. Kind of in the middle of the exhibit, I kind of want there to be, you know, not a lot of stuff in the way so that the Gharial can kind of swim around. Maybe we'll put a couple, let's put a little... No, I can't put a little. I was gonna say let's put a little diagonal action going on there. Maybe we'll move it up right there. Yeah, okay. Little diagonal action going on right there, and then we'll kind of do the opposite side over here. We'll just put 1. Remember, asymmetry is your friend, people. Embrace it, as well as 1 down there. Okay, so we do have a couple of cattails along the shoreline now. And then this Johnson's grass, this doesn't have to go along the shoreline, but this is, okay, it has to go on the coarse dirt, though. This thing, I think, looks really good. It's also a 2-block high plant. Is this ZAWA? Yeah, this is ZAWA. Okay, yeah, sweet. Whoever did the work on this this plant, you did a fantastic job. All right, so let's just drop a couple of those in there, and maybe one more up here, like in the back there. Perfect. All right, so this is already coming together nicely. Now, before we get too crazy with the rest of those little plants, let's hop into the bat backpack. We're gonna grab some of these brown birch leaves here, and we're gonna just kind of put in, especially up here, kind of maybe more on the well, do I want to do this? It's gonna put like dead bushes in. Well, yeah, actually, you know, let's actually put it down here, because I don't really want to raise the walls up any higher than they currently are, and I don't really want the Gharial to get out. So let's put them down here, and we'll just put a couple of bushes just like this, like not much, along kind of down on this end of the shoreline here, like just down there, like maybe even one more like over here. Okay, like they're not like big, huge like bush piles or anything like what I usually do. They're really scraggly. In fact, what I could do is, where is it? Don't I have I'm looking for something. Backpack? I think it's in backpack. Yes, these things, branches. Maddie taught me these things are phenomenal. So these branches you can actually slap down. They'll connect to the leaf blocks and stuff, and it'll make it look kind of like it's like almost like a thorn patch, really, more than anything. But man, the sun is going down again. Can you believe it? Creepers be creeping too. I gotta get to sleep. Okay, with a bunch of little branches stuck to the side of these things now, I think that looks pretty good. We can go ahead and switch to these agavoid plants. Yeah, they go on sand. Okay, I knew I collected them from somewhere, and I was pretty sure it was a desert. So let's just kind of sprinkle these in too. Finally, give me a chance to actually use those things. How about them apples? All right, so then we still got the desert grass that we got to squeeze in here somewhere, which, I mean, that can be sprinkled all over the place here, actually. I know it's not exactly a desert. Like I said, this isn't supposed to be like a super dry environment, considering there's a big river flowing right through the middle of it. But desert grass could also be seen kind of as dead grass. I think I'm out of dead grass, actually, which is a little unfortunate, because I was really hoping I'd have some more before I have one piece. Okay, so I'm going to have to go get more of that stuff. I believe that's up in like what used to be the cold desert area, but is no longer the cold desert area. So I'll have to go up there and snag a little bit more of that stuff. All right, so there we go. So we got those plants put in. Is there anything else that I would actually like to add to this to actually make it really I mean, I could actually add good old vanilla sugarcane onto the side, and I think that'll look fine, but I don't think it's super necessary. I'm not sure about flowers in this area. I don't really want to add a cactus, because like I said, I'm not trying to make this look like, I'm not trying to make it look like a like a dead or like an actual desert. You know, I'm trying to just make it look like a sandy kind of riverbed. I don't really see anything else in there, but let's take a look at the flowers. Is there any kind of flowers I wouldn't mind adding to this? It's supposed to look very gray and clay-like and not very lively, so I'm not sure there's really any flowers that I could add to this to really liven that, or to make it less lively. Flowers usually make things more lively, right? They look pretty. That's why people always put them in here and give them to people whenever they are sorry about something. So I'm thinking there's not much left to really do to this thing, except for add, of course, the most crucial thing, and that is the stone little buttons dotted around, especially where we get more of the dirt and stuff. I want to kind of add these things in here. They can also kind of look like seashells a little bit on the shoreline. Sally would be proud. But we're going to just sprinkle these in kind of lightly, not all over the place. This isn't a very rocky area, so these are just little pebbles that kind of snuck on by and are here near the shoreline now. Okay, and now I think the final step, the very last thing to do, is to grab some bone meal and bone meal up a little bit of grass there is in here. And I don't really want to have a too high stuff in here. I think this is fine just being like low to the ground. So yeah, bone mealing up what little bit of grass there is in here to get a little bit of taller grass going. It really isn't much, but that little bit of grass growing in there kind of makes the whole exhibit kind of come to life. I'm thinking that's just about it. Do I have anything like, well, I mean, it doesn't make much sense for there to be lily pads on a river, especially if it's flowing. That really doesn't make any sense at all. But I wonder, do I have any like lily pads that I could throw in here? I do have some, not many of them, which is fine actually. I also have this stuff, red root floater. This isn't gonna like kill the animals, is it? Let me actually test this out. I think this goes on water. Yep. Doesn't seem to hurt me, so I think it'll be good for the Gharial. Let's go ahead and dot a couple of these things in here. And I'm just going to put it kind of on either end, really. Because I don't really want to make this look like a swamp or bog. So, something like that. Do I have any other material that floats on the top? Duckweed, I think, also floats on the top. So let's go ahead and dot that in as well. Now, because this isn't an actual flowing river, you know, this is actually just a fake river inside of an exhibit. I think I can get away with doing this where I add like kind of the algae and stuff on the surface and not make it look terrible. Water hawthorn. Let's just see what that looks like. There we go. All right, yeah. See, there's a flower I can add. It just happens to be in the plants. I don't like that last one. Let's get rid of that. Let's just leave it to just one, okay? It'll be very unique. It'll be its own little thing. All right, so with those little details added to the water, I think that's... Actually, hold on one second. No, I lied. I lied to you just now again. Man, I am such a liar. Hold on. Let me grab some of this again. Let's hop back in here, and let's... I forgot, this is 116, right? Boink, let's do that. All right, now we're going to break some of this up. So it's not as crazy, but yeah, we're definitely putting in some of these things in some of the seagrass down here in the riverbed as well, because why wouldn't we? We can do it in this version. Makes it look so much better. Okay, now it's complete. What do you guys think? Does this look like a decent exhibit for the Gharials or however you say it? I'm thinking this looks pretty good. I like it a lot, actually. I didn't add any trees or anything because I don't really need to. It's on the edge of the river, so it's mainly like bushes and stuff. That's all I can see in some of the pictures of what these things live in. Not exactly a Gharial expert, so you guys gotta tell me, does this look like a decent Gharial exhibit? I hope so. But alrighty guys, I'm going to get on out of here, so hopefully you guys enjoyed the episode, and if you did, please go down and smash that like button. Like, I'm going to go down there and smash that tarantula. So, then thank you guys so much for donating your eyeballs into your holes to this episode of ZAWA. I do need one Gharial name, so comment section if you could. Please let me know what your favorite name is for a Gharial. So, alrighty guys, I got some bugs to go kill, some spiders down there to go smash. So, I'll see you guys next time. Thanks again for watching, and bye-bye.